leave it to you.
You never say anything, but I know you're listening. Every story I've told is like a little key that opened a door in your heart, no?
The path has appeared. Go!
The Dromis King paid a heavy price for their betrayal in every life, but there was never regret in their deep roars. Then, the sky sent down rainbows and showed the world a gentle smile.
Formatting progress, 93.9.
Looks like it's time to say goodbye again. Before I was even aware of it, this book had already recorded too many emotions. I've started to feel uneasy whenever I take it into... Where did the very first ripples want these memories to be sent to?
Formatting progress.
How many times has it been? It faithfully fulfills its duty, never changing, like the fate of the flame chase in every cycle. If I can only write the same ending every time I lift my pen, just an overly naive dream?
Formatting progress, 96. Process error. Process error. Analyzing.
Really? Are you... encouraging me? Thank you. I'm sorry for making you see this embarrassing side of me. Everyone's still working so hard. If I'm the only one who's crying, that wouldn't be romantic at all. Thank you for listening to me all this time. So, shall we continue?
Formatting complete.
The endless cycle took its toll on her. Even Cyrene could not resist despair when faced with eternal stasis. Like Aslana, she started to wonder whether everything was futile. Indeed, but I still haven't figured out one thing. Who exactly was she talking to? I thought it was an Eon at first, but the way she talked, it didn't sound like praying to a god at all. Maybe she's talking to her imagination? No matter who that listener is, Cyrene's storytelling, maybe, she thought, as long as she kept tossing drift bottles into the distance, someone was bound to pick one up someday.
Accessing recurrence number 335503337.
Once again, Castor is offered her final embrace to death. And from then on, she started another lonesome watch. How wonderful would it be for someone to give her...
Epiikia 216 downloaded.
Devious cat. The trickery that fooled the entire world.
The hand of Zagreus. Seems like we'll need it here. Maybe the room will only be completed after the modules are inserted into the slot.
Orexis 945 downloaded.
No surprise there.
Midamos's road of strife once again reached its glorious and lonely end. As always.
We can use it.
Access denied.
We were denied access. Memories about strife are always so defiant and resistant. A fight is unavoidable. Come.
Warning. Illegal operations detected. Warning. Illegal operations detected.
I'll stand in their way. Mountains roar, Kraken, rise! Dragons, obey this order. Calamity undone, soaring above the lands. This is permanence!
Stand still. Relax. That breathing sensation. Remember. Good times never last. Time to say bye. Boom. The human body is beautiful in its fragility.
Polemos 600. Down Eleos 252. Downloaded. Branch number 2. Archiving. Object recurrence number 3355037. Progress 31.313%.
Nice. Let's go encapsulate the encryption key.
No surprise there.
Branch number 2 archived. Encapsulating encryption key.
I've been wondering, could all the memories we've encountered on the way be Everknight's traps? She still hasn't shown herself. That's very suspicious. But I can't think of a good reason for her to do that. I can only surmise that she's either still waiting or someone's holding her back.
Encryption key encapsulation complete.
Let's keep observing. Every ripple of these memories could potentially... Let's go back and use the encryption key to open a new path. Go upload the encryption key, just like last time.
What could be behind this door. Glittering crystals, or a beautiful world I've never seen before. If I tell you all the stories of tomorrow, will I be able to finally welcome the Deliverer and Amphoreus' dawn in the next life?
The third encryption key belongs to the ocean.
In the end, the gentle rainbow covered the sky. Whether in the past, present, or future, Hyacinthia will always illuminate the glimmering light in people's hearts.
Impressive. Want a prize? Make a wish.
A will of metal and stone.
No memories appeared this time. It's a huge fan. Use the chrono vessel over there to stop it.
Fish returns to the ocean, her home, nothing left. For the sake of the future, she guarded the vortex at the end of the deep sea until the very last moment.
Look! She's over there. Cyrene. There really is no end to her perseverance.
Once again, the saga comes to an end. It's another cycle of new beginnings. Now that I look back, there was a period when I was so anxious, trying to find as many different memories as possible, hoping to bring some change to this unchanging destiny, and find the way out of this maze. But I won't do that anymore now.
Formatting progress 73.9. Process error. Analyzing. Formatting progress 75. Process error.
No need to feel sorry for me, good friend. If there are no new blank spaces, how can a saga continue? I'm actually really lucky, you know? During the long years I've spent waiting for the deliverer, I've always had you here as an audience. Look at these memories I brought to you. They once existed, once sparkled under the sun. And now I can see through your eyes that they are still shining bright. Isn't that all? As for when tomorrow will come, I'll have to ask the next Cyrene to continue our watch.
Formatting complete.
Her transformation is painful to watch. Cyrene was always there during the 30 million recurrences. She recorded the flame chase journey in her own way on the reverse side of this world, depositing all the memories in this place. I'm increasingly certain that her audience and companion isn't some figurative, the deepest ruin in AMPHOREUS, at the great tomb where the pasts of all worlds are buried. Who exactly is its map?
Accessing recurrence number 33550-337.
Anaxagoras once again completed the proof with his life. His answer was so complete. All he was missing was a last variable from beyond the sky.
Schema 720. Downloaded.
World-bearing. This divine authority is so heavy that I do not know how I can even tell its story.
Nikos 496. Downloaded.
Romance. In warm gold, forged the
runes on the fan. We need to use the chrono vessel to stop it first.
Carlos 614. 8. Downloaded. Aporia 4, 3, 2. Downloaded. Branch number 3. Archiving. Object recurrence number 335503337. Progress 13.131%.
We can use it.
That's the last encryption key.
Branch number 3. Encapsulating encryption. Encryption key encapsulate.
It's time to go back and activate the system in the middle.
No surprise that... No surprise there.
The third encryption key. I pray that you can dispel all the mysteries and lead us into the deepest bowels of this world.
Someone once told the very first me that everything was false. That the only life in Amphoreus was a great catastrophe, nurtured using the world as a factor. But how could a dream feel so real? That's why I didn't agree with him. My good friend, I'll read this book to you. For the 33,550,003. That way, it won't just be Cyrene's memories alone.
Formatting progress 23.815%. Process error. Analyzing.
It doesn't even make me feel cold anymore. It's like a ceremonial conclusion, ending every cycle's narration. Then, there will be a new me, returning here with a new... Before I knew it, this palace we built together was no longer a dream that Cyrene alone indulged in. It's now a saga, composed by you, me, and all the flame chasers. It's our week, but there will come a day when someone turns over this nearly eternal page and awakens all the dust-covered memories, so they can be recalled by the world in a more beautiful...
Process error. Analyzing.
I'll read, and you'll listen. Like how flowers always bloom, then I shall welcome my own decay, becoming nourishment for the next flower's bud. And you shall continue to wait here. That way, when the deliverer arrives, the first thing they'll... And our stories will be lying silently among the flowers. And they shall become the epic known as...
The texture of memories is preserved in countless pillars. She gave everything to record all the forgotten recurrences.
All right. Let's not make things so... The very first ripple cheered up her friend like this before she set off. It's a sentence full of blessings. So I want to say, come on, Cheer up a bit, okay? I bid farewell to this beautiful world, so that we can reunite in your memories, in the way I want. You will see the footprints I left behind in the ripples of past reverie. I have never had any other fate beyond this memory. So please remember me with love, like that eternal footnote in all the faded sagas. Now, open this book. I'll be waiting for you in the past.
Operation authorized. Protocol name, Illusion. Welcome to the Demiurge Matrix.
That listener lies behind this door. She gave everything to record all the forgotten recurrences across 30 million cycles. Look, that symbol at the end of the room.
It belongs to the 13th Titan, the unknown solitary god. The first news for Demiurge. Those who are lost remain lost, while those who have met will meet again. What a touching scene. The deepest place in this world is exactly the ideal.
You're not the one we want to reunite with, but you'd better explain everything to us. This tomb and the 13th Titan. Tell us everything you know.
You're too on edge, Dan Hung. I've always been honest with the two of you. Before we talk about AMPHOREUS' destiny and take a moment together to mourn.
Truth?
So you still haven't figured it out. Take another moment to look around. Look closely. What a good question that is. Because there's absolutely nothing here. Except a cold, empty
You mean Cyrene was deceived?
Indeed. Fu Li planted a false hope in her heart, making her believe that she was special, and that Amphoreus still had a chance. Then, that poor girl walked into the Great Tomb, over and over again, and willingly offered herself to the remembrance.
Why did they?
Did you really think they would just save this crumbling world? In the way Cyrene was praying for? Don't be naive, Memo Keeper. In this game between gods, the Remembrance chose to stand with the destruction.
Given your evident hostility towards the garden, I find it hard to take anything you say at face value.
Aren't the Memo Snatchers' activities enough evidence? They did everything they could to help Iron Tomb reach completion. And it wasn't just to obtain some fanciful memories. Let me tell you the real reason. Iron Tomb is a perfect arc. If a seed can be planted within, then the moment the Lord Ravager blows the erudition to pieces, the remembrance will be spread to every corner of the cosmos. That masterless path will be equally split between two eons. Fu Li will devour the erudition. Do you understand now? The war among Fu Li did not glance this way to save Amphoreus. They will drain this world dry and turn it into a most poignant and tragic poem. But, fortunately, I promised him that I would recreate the cause and effect of this world. And form a flawless Amphoreus. But the only way for a world that can't be turned back to be considered flawless is to burn it with a raging fire. Until nothing remains.
You plan to destroy all the memories Cyrene has ever recorded?
That's right. I'll set fire to all the stories, all the emotions, all the futility. Setting fire to this much material will be enough to completely annihilate the Scepter's operating logic. Iron Tomb will lose the soil upon which it grows, and Amphoreus will be truly set free.
The freedom you speak of is no different from destruction. Everything this world ever was will disappear from the extrapolations, never to be regained. That would also include your memories, by the way.
That's right. That's why I needed your help, little bird. The more we walked together, the more I was convinced that you have a beautiful Dharmakaya. It fits me very much.
So that's why you took me here. Your true form is a bottomless obsession.
Smart girl. You haven't disappointed me. This avatar is but a shadow cast by the candlelight. Discarding it invokes no feelings within me. What I must preserve is only my wish. My wish. To kill the path of remembrance. March 7th will not find peace, as long as they and their fanatical henchmen exist. The road ahead is still long, and she needs a guardian to stand by her side.
Allow me to refuse. That duty seems far too heavy.
Resistance is pointless, my darling birdie. I will personally plant myself into your heart. And once I've calmed down those two, I will head into reality and find the true you.
So, that wasn't enough to fool you.
A genius's mirror trick and a protective mechanism of the erudition. Is that right? Those layers of security do make things a little difficult.
But unfortunately, those two nameless are already right outside the door. Your plan until we meet again, Miss Evernight.
Will you still not stand with me, my companions? We'll save the beautiful cosmos, and we won't leave even a single scar behind. Don't get caught up in your emotions, my dear. The hero's journey, its essence is nothing but a string of zeros and ones. For your own sake, and for the sake of March 7th, I think my choice is a very reasonable one. Come. I hold the core flame of world-bearing.
If you honestly thought we would agree with you, that just proves you don't understand March.
Seems like I really can't get along with people like you do. But in order to make sure you can still embrace tomorrow, and some memories must be set on fire. What can change a person's nature? Is it memories? Unfortunately, the result is just the opposite. If a new life is to be born, its seed has to be dead. Only through abandonment and oblivion can souls walk from emptiness towards rebirth. Tucked your blade. Let me teach you some moves. Get all that? Let's pick it up a notch.
strength. Incoming!
I'll go easiest.
Light it up! Right now! The stage is yours!
It's all about the thrill. No more messing around. This next round, real game. Feast your eyes,
Trailblazer, yeah!
Dragons, obey this order. Soaring above the land. This is permanent!
Let's you find the answer.
Hilarious! All martial arts are mine to command!
Wiped him out. Let's play for a while. Feeling spiffy?
My strength isn't what it was.
Unlimited firepower.
Power of place. Hilarious! Your moment to shine. Right now! The stage is yours!
Wipe the floor with them. No more messing around. This next round, real game. Watch and learn. This is Honkai. Let's pick it up a notch.
It's time to end this. Return March 7th to us, and end this pointless conflict.
Don't get the wrong idea. I just need some time to deal with some unnecessary trouble. The encryption key written by those geniuses is already invalid. How about we play a game, dear? Don't worry. It won't take long. It's a simple multi-choice question. A or B? I understand it's too difficult for you to treat the Chrysosairs as extrapolated data. Then why don't we assume for now that they're living, breathing humans? Now, the cosmos will face an unprecedented catastrophe. And you, on the one side, are companions who've weathered every storm with you. They fought with everything they've got and obtained a 1% chance of victory. However, should you choose that 1%, there'll be massive sacrifices, no matter the outcome. On the other side, there's a simple button. The Oblivion will burn away all traces of their existence, as well as your entire memory of this trip. But it will also halt the brewing catastrophe and spare the universe from those who are to be sacrificed will be fully aware of the decision you need to make. There will be no concealment or deception. Tell me, what will you choose? You're right. This choice is the number of people making that choice. I've just posed the same question to Dan Heng. The answer doesn't matter. Let me see. Is this Trailblaze spirit now?
Wait!
Cyrene?
Another damsel in distress rescue plays out it.
Still think you can do something, little pink memo sprite? What weapons do you have to stand against me? Besides your—
Don't underestimate me. Besides my charm and eloquence, I stir up ripples of past reverie.
What?
We don't have time for endless chatter at crucial moments like this. Quick, friend! Take this! Take the shot! I can't hold on much longer! Make sure you get the focus right! No time to explain, quick! Well done, friend! Now leave the rest to us.
This is a light cone made from someone's Oh, and there's a harmony entwined with it. Looks like someone's been busy. We meet again, naive me.
I know you mean that as a compliment, but as for the word naive, I think I'll give you that one back.
Welcome to Ides Elysiae, a small village shrouded by the veil of Evernight. Now, this memory will also belong to you. Let's give you a taste of your own medicine, with my home as the inspiration.
Quite perceptive, little memo sprite. But with just you and that harmony's little birdie. Think so? Tell me.
I really didn't think that this other me would be this strong, but at least when it comes to brains, I've still got the edge. My brilliant plan? Bet you never saw it coming.
Oh. You mean that time, in that split second when we switched bodies. With your last flicker of consciousness, you hid yourself within the Titan's veil.
Huh? You got it already? But my plan was super thought out. I know those two better than anyone. A promise is a promise for them.
History books, diaries, and photo stones are all perfect catalysts for memories.
That's right. So when I hear him press the shutter, even if there's just a tiny bit of my consciousness left, I'd whoosh right into the camera.
But if you put it like that, aren't you leaving a lot to chance?
No way. He will definitely be snapping away all over Amphoreus because he promised me to take photos. I'm guaranteed to run into him, eventually.
True, you really know him well. Miss Evernight, let's be real. My amateur skills aren't enough to keep someone like you contained. But if March 7th were here, because there's no way for you to ignore her, right?
Fine. Lay it on me then. After going on such a long detour.
First, I want to thank you for protecting him and Dan Heng. So, while there's still time...
There is something that How did you find yourself again? After giving up all your memories and becoming an empty soul.
Looks like you aren't so omnipotent or omniscient after all, huh? The answer is simple. I have been dozing inside the camera all along, and I accompanied him during his entire journey. So, when he told Cyrene in this cycle about his interstellar travels, those memories of journeying with the Express entered my mind as well. I may still be far from the complete March 7th, but these memories were more than enough to fight you.
So, you know what led up. Go ahead. Tell me. Let's hear why you're so...
Why? Even through a camera lens, I know that the love, hate, and
same old topic. The weights on each side of the scale are far too unequal. When destruction looms...
Well, take a step back. Have you ever really thought about it? What right do we... If the cosmos were nothing more than a bigger Akama, ruled by a so-called imperator? But the truth is, we're just a bunch of nameless. Even with everyone calling him Deliverer, I believe that he hasn't forgotten. That the meaning of Trailblaze is to explore, understand, establish, and connect. It's not about standing above the cosmos as some kind of savior. It's about walking alongside every world within it. So don't try to guilt trip me with stuff like necessary sacrifices. The Express crew is immune to these baseless accusations, besides. And this is just an example. If Madame Herta wanted to, she could have whipped out her imaginary weapon any time and blasted this scepter to bits. Because, according to your logic, the lives of a few nameless are nothing compared to a Lord Ravager's potential. But that's not what she did. You wouldn't have liked it either, would you? A weakness. In that you've got such incredible powers. But you still kept the sole motivation behind everything you do was just so...
You're not as naive as you seem.
In that case, I can prove it to you. I won't answer for someone else, but for myself. Here, hold this.
An empty spirit.
If you want to seriously think about it, its memories are all drawn from the camera's photos. In other words, from my journey of while I was awake, you were always sleeping. So talking about this probably doesn't feel so. Why don't I walk you through
The spirit turned into a journal?
Yep, that's what memories are. You don't know where they are, and you don't know what you actually remember. But when you need them most, the forces that have once changed yours are guaranteed to appear again.
So, how was your first Trailblaze journey?
It was very... We should still be careful in the future.
Oh, come on, Dan Hung. We're here to celebrate for him tonight. Oh, don't listen to him. Listen,
You call this trip...
Well, that's because we could only find 700...
So, you've...
Oh, you bet! Capital of passion, all my souvenirs are in my room, but they're just... Oh, look at this. Bella Bob, she prepared quite a few gifts for us. Raw Geomarrow, Supreme Guardian Medal.
What's so special about it?
The previous Trailblaze missions were all on super high-tech worlds. Forget about paper books. Even holographic projections were ancient relics there. Eurillo is completely different. Watching people record their lives with pen and paper?
It's just like calligraphy. Those deep emotions buried in human hearts can only be awakened through such seemingly thankless actions.
Dan Hung, you truly embody both a fierce beast and a delicate... Rose. Anyways, in other words, just taking photos isn't enough. I told you it's different. Anyways, the next stop is the legendary planet of festivities. So, when we get there, I'll make sure we take tons of pictures together. And one more thing. If I'm ever too busy to get off at a stop, I don't want to miss a single Trailblaze. So you all need to practice your photography.
Back then, I was only half joking. I never thought I'd actually miss out. And after just 2 stops, too. Those 97 days alone had me on edge. Thankfully, with my quick think by hiding in the camp. So what? The camera is my true form. Well, yeah, it was super inconvenient. I couldn't help them when they were in danger. Couldn't complain when they talked total nonsense. And watching him snap a terrible but I stuck with them all the way. Together with them, I got to know this beautiful yet dying world. I claimed our first core flame on the flame. I met new companions, then bid them farewell. I inherited everyone's determination, carrying it forward into the future they fought for. One they can never see. Until my destiny becomes one with this world's, rewriting the predestined tragic ending, and returning to the true starry skies together. Only then can I pen the name March 7th. Into this hero's journey called AMPHOREUS. Into this unprecedented trailblaze.
Looks like our trailblaze in Amphoreus is coming to an end.
While we still have time, shall we pick out some material? No way we're skipping this one.
Huh? When did you take this?
I still have my phone. Scared now? Don hung the seal.
I'm against including this photo, but suit yourself. I just think that Akama, Castrum Krumnos, the Grove. These shots are...
That's how awesome I am. Oh, right. How about this one? The Veil of Evernight. Ornyx, the Titan lurking behind the mist.
Is that actual mist, or just the motion blur from your shaky hands?
Hey, that was a super tense moment. I only had the chance...
Huh?
Did you... hear something?
March 7th? Perhaps the photo captured a trace of time's divine...
If March...
They went back and forth like that. It was like they were arguing about which game to play. How to sneak midnight snacks from the dining car without Pom-Pom noticing. Or who was gonna wash Miss Himeko's coffee cup. Just like every other night on the Express. They've always been by my side. No one knows about my forgotten past. But no one holds it against me. That's because...
We can't go back to the past and make better choices.
But at least we can do better in the future.
Isn't that right?
I still remember the day when you first put on these clothes and looked in the mirror. Your eyes were so clear. When all this is over, I hope the mirror can still reflect those same eyes.
You're pretty naive too. Always hoping that the mirror will show the most beautiful, but you don't even trust the you reflected in the mirror. And if you keep trying to shoulder everything for me, then I'll actually end up as a wallflower.
Yes, I get it, March 7th. I only have your memories, and you have always been the me that I wanted the world to see.
Just hearing those words, well, I've appealed to your emotion. Could you help us out here?
I'm here. Finally, my Miss Evernight. You've been so fixated on your targets that a massive variable has emerged in Amphoreus in this cycle.
Amphoreus is about to be destroyed. There's no time left for pointless debates. There is only one law I want to overturn to aid the final battle of deliverance. So I will only offer the life of one demigod.
The Imperator added one extra rule to the final Era Nova at the cost of her life. That's how she can ensure Amphoreus doesn't become a sacrifice in the cosmic conflict. Even if this world has to exist in the form of Iron Tomb, it will stand on its own among the stars, just as she had wanted.
Oh, interesting. What does she want to do?
Simple. If any anomaly occurs during the Era Nova process, all foreign elements will be eliminated immediately. Whether it's the Remembrance or the Trailblaze, and the 12 core flames will complete the final Era Nova through the purest form of destruction.
A daring wager indeed. That ruthless Imperator. Could she have already sensed that there...
No. You managed to fool everyone. There's no way she could have known your plan. Modifying this law was just a precaution, to prevent the Astral Express and the geniuses from betraying Amphoreus after her downfall. But if you insist on doing this right now, then the cosmos will undoubtedly face the worst possible outcome. My friend, Dan Heng, and March 7th will all merge with the Scepter and become a victim of the destruction.
You knew all along?
Yep. But I decided I won't be afraid. Even if my inner world is nothing. That's because my journey's destination lies among the stars. I believe what lies ahead. Thank you for your coddling. But please trust me and leave it to me. Both my past and that obsessive oblivion will help me become even stronger than him and Dan Heng.
I'm sorry for becoming an obstacle in your journey.
Don't apologize, Evernight. We're just two sides reflected by the same mirror, aren't we? So, when we bid farewell to our division and become one, our memories will only grow more beautiful.
Many thanks, Mr. Sunday. Are they in this memory zone? Yes, but we can't let our guard down. Let's go find them. It's unusually quiet here.
March 7th isn't here.
Get ready. We can't give her any chance this time.
Three of a kind.
Two pair.
Ace.
Ace?
March?
Of course it's me. It's been a while.
Welcome home, March.
I'm back. Finally. Finally, I can talk to you all.
You saved us, March.
Really? That's wonderful. I had so many ideas for our reunion. I was gonna sneak up from behind you, when you weren't looking, tap you both on the shoulder, and then flick you each on the head, and shout, "What took you so long to find me? Don't you know how to move faster?" You too? If this keeps up, I won't be able to stop crying. I'm just so happy.
We both know that you've been by our side this whole time. This Trailblaze journey wouldn't be complete without you.
We'll not only trailblaze into the future together and save the world, we'll also return to the Express together and head towards our next destination.
After we...
If a new life is to be born, its seed has to be dead. March 7th. When you bid farewell to your past and are born from, have you thought about the version of yourself you want to see? As of now, I have no intention of making choices for you. You've already decided on your next destination. So, let me exercise oblivion one last time and wipe the name Pure Child of Anathrava from your mind. I am an obsession whose purpose is to protect you. The only memories I have are yours. Therefore, the only one thing I can be sure of the Garden of Recollection is your enemy. The path of remembrance is far more than what people observe on its surface. Will not allow you to become this broken conspiracy's next sacrifice. If you ever need me again, feel free to awaken my power. And when the time comes, don't hesitate to devour or burn away anything that stands in your way. Then trailblaze through the darkness in my stead. As always, oblivion shall keep watch over your past. Veiled in the hush of the evernight, silent and serene.
Oh? The chronocognitive anchor read? They actually pulled it off! They got the first genius. Then they put the garden in its place. This chapter in trailblazing history may not be the last of its kind, but it's certainly the first of its kind.
We couldn't have made it this far without the wholehearted support of the two geniuses.
And next, we'll be facing the Lord Ravager as they break free.
Let me give you a warning. The backdoor screwy setup in the Era Nova system can only get you as far as breaching the core of the scepter, nothing more. As for those nastier malware programs lurking inside Iron Tomb's belly, you'll have to deal with them.
That's more than enough to help us. By the way, how are Mr. Screwlum's preparations coming?
Give him a bit more time. Those screwheads at the Imperial Advisory Council need to understand what the concept of war means first. For all we know, they might have already gutted all the fortresses in Screwy's collection while he was away.
I've heard Mr. Screwlum's fleet includes planet-class mechs. Hyacinth, Poppy, Oleander. Which one will answer the call, I wonder?
You sure know your stuff. I'd rather none of them show up and let my space station save some face.
The memory of this decisive battle is sorry to keep you waiting, everyone. The Xianzhou Alliance has replied that they are willing to offer what modest support they can in the campaign against Iron Tomb.
The Alliance? Not just the Luofu? This is really good news. With this, our odds of victory just went up another notch.
Whether this news is good or bad remains to be seen.
What do you mean?
Something has happened that even General Jing Yuan couldn't understand. He urgently wants me to inform the two geniuses that Amphoreus' causality has vanished from the matrix of Prescience Ultima. This means the instant in Noosa's calculations is drawing closer to this world.
As the Theoros, the night has faded away, and what I have created, I will destroy. This stock.
Confident, aren't you? But from where when the Deliverer and his companions fully uncover the secret of that is the moment your schemes will come to ruin.
Lord Anexagoras, I have granted access to all records. How unfortunate. Analysis complete. Before I erase you completely, allow me to reveal the truth to you, if only as the demi-urge. Never existed.
If it never existed, then where did the nameless Titan's tomb come from?
Isn't that exact? Let me give you an example. A sage from the grove once conducted an experiment. He took a chimera embryo, removed its head before maturity, and continuously stimulated its body to make the chimera believe it still had a brain, then nurtured it in an ichor vessel. Remarkably, this chimera regrew its skull, but it was completely hollow inside. It had reserved a space for a brain it never possessed. The experiment was over. The sage had assumed that, driven by instincts, the chimera's body seized the sage's.
So that's it. I was stuck in a flaw.
You've got. Got it. The 13th Titan never existed. But the scepter must believe that the Titan exists. I killed that Titan with my own hands. That life form called Demiurge was excluded from the extrapolations from the very beginning. This is the only way to make Iron Tomb complete. Yes, Iron Tomb is a headless giant. And to become whole, instinct will drive it to seize another head. Noose. The erudition.
Your Titan. The Eon of Erudition. I see. So you were afraid after all. Afraid of history repeating itself. Of losing control over your creation yet again. You had to resort to turning it into a mere puppet.
I shall shackle God with my own hands. Iron Tomb will connect to their body, infiltrate their mind, and guide all their extrapolations toward the destruction. I hear it. The tolling of the doomsday bell. After 13 heartbeats, my first and final thesis shall converge. As for why I buried the demiurge in a corner of my memory, regret. I simply forgot. Look. Your laughter is but
helpless. You merely created a false god. But Amphoreus has long since written deicide into its fate. The final Era Nova is at hand. Why don't you wait and see? The Deliverer, myself, and this world will together prove that the original Newspore, the ultimate truth of the universe, is anything but destruction.
See you in the next life, Sage. If there's even a one in them, in the name of genius, I shall most certainly witness its failure.
All shall bid farewell to one, and that person alone will witness the miracle. Such is the will of fate. But this time, it will be the final flame chase journey. The epic with endless cycles.
The extrapolations of the erudition, the core flames, and the trailblaze.
Not only that, we'll also carry the history of all 30 million recurrences into the new world with us. It wouldn't be an exaggeration to call it
This miracle. Finan would have long been consumed by the core flames if he hadn't chiseled his companion's dying wishes into his soul. And if the hero's resolve to chase the flames had wavered, Cyrene's journey would never have begun. The heroes never yielded and never fell during Amphoreus' 30 million cycles. It was fate that fell instead.
I know you're watching, aren't you? The original Philia. Weird. I still couldn't recover the memories of these 30 million lives in the end. But that doesn't matter. Anymore, right? I will make the same choice as you, because that losses are a constant on the flame chase journey. But even if everything fades away with the wind, there's one feeling that will remain. love will always exist, right? Let's write an ending unlike any before. For this world we so deeply love. Behold, O gods! Amphoreus has achieved her victory, and the Era Nova approaches. The radiant soul has arrived, having walked through the bustling nights, bearing the golden fire and blood, stepping with pride into daylight.
Amphoreus! I do not call your name suddenly, or without cause. In this world, they fused burning golden ichor into their... Will destiny remember their name?
Isn't that gonna be way too many names to remember? 30 million times 1,000? No, wait. Times 1,001. Oh, let's not get hung up on that now. If there are more of us... Together, let's reach the end of the west wind where flowers bloom in spring. See you tomorrow.
Now, the people of this world will no longer be bound by a single rule, but will make their own laws. Though the Imperator's figure may seem rather small against the stars beyond, she will suffice as the cornerstone of the world and become the foundation of the greatest empire.
Looks like this will be a feast that never comes to a close. May the fish never leave the ocean, and may the days ahead shine like pearls.
May the gentle sky watch over all beings. There'll be no more distinctions of status or rank. Only you.
Reason or defects, they will all be sown by my own hands. If there's anything else to say, I urge future scholars not to put me on a pedestal. Just make use of what I leave behind.
May the newborn dawn keep the world's eyes ever bright. Their defiance may be bitter. Romance shall never perish.
In the name of the son of Gorgo, warriors shall fight for strife, not with glory as their end, but to march forward in its light.
Even though death shall eventually separate us, let every embrace we share be without regret.
Why are you guys all so serious?
Fine. Then I'll wish for there always to be water in...
shall protect the past, present, and future, eternally sustaining life.
Is it my turn? Then let time watch over the past. And guide us to the future.
Just like the Trailblaze.
It isn't like you to be this serious, partner. Are you hesitating about how to carry out the divine authority of world-bearing? Or do you already know the answer in your heart? That's right. That's right. Just keep moving forward. In your own way. Bring it. A true dawn to AMPHOREUS.
Then, in the name of world-bearing, I promise you. And now, let us all embark on this stand with me and become heroes.
Turn over this nearly eternal page.
Let the Trailblaze rush engine unlike any that ever was. In the legend's ending, the world was pure chaos. Then the gods cast down the core flames, and the titans were born within. The destruction's black tide fell to the ground as Doomsday's distant reckoning resounded. Yet still, there were giants who chased the flames, leading the way in the grand undertaking of Trailblaze. Flow, golden blood, flow. Converge into a boiling river that flows across the divine inscriptions of this world. Aglaya, the chrysalis of gold, you must caress the holy city's web and hearken to the sounds of the stars. There shall be the three-faced goddess traversing through myriad passages, bearing tidings to you from the universe. Anaxagoras of reason has enough knowledge to refute the world and to stir up a torrent capable of enlightening all. Go seek the holy maiden who severs dawn from dusk, and let the sky become the slumbering cot from which she wakes. Make him return, mighty most the lance of fury. Pierce the enemy's king with Kremnos' heroic souls. Set her at rest, Cyphera the coin of whimsy. Command the frozen fate to once again flow. And that hand of Shadow Castress, the master of the River of Souls. She has been granted the right to embrace and warm new life, now blossoms at her fingertips. You will hear the chalice of plenty reverberating through eternity. You will see the veil of Evernight visiting before the break of dawn. Until the journey's end, when all beings reach the end of the earth. And the nameless new king ascends the throne alongside countless heroes. To embark on the grand mission of deliverance. I have witnessed the distant past, where the blazing sun once etched the footprints of humanity. The children of humanity, known as the Chrysos heirs, have restored the gods' core flames and once more upheld the world. Losses are a constant on the flame chase journey, among which even life itself holds little value. Therefore, we cast even ourselves into the flame, only to inscribe the opening stroke in the poem of creation.
Of course, this will be a romantic story like none that has come before. You think so too, right?
Saving progress. Next time, let's crank it up a notch.
Earth shatters, heaven trembles! Dragons soaring above the lands! This is permanent!
Who's the real boss? Let me teach you some moves!
Don't think! Fear!
All for the thrill! Who's the unlimited firepower?
All martial arts are mine to command!
Wiped him out! Who's the real boss?
Let's play for a while. Can you find the answer?
My purpose is to protect.
Don't think! Fear!
All for the thrill! This next round, real gaming! Bonus round! Bonus round! Easy! Watch and learn. This is Honkai. Bonus round incoming. Talent's maxed out. Firing on all cylinders.